Episode 26. The anniversary. We've made it to a year.
Welcome back to a very special edition of the Real Estate Tailgate. What is going on, fellas?
Hey, guess what?
It's anniversary time.
It's anniversary. It's our anniversary.
Why do I'm picturing like the Flintstones, Barney Rubble playing the piano. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
There you go.
We should have. Can you edit that in? Can you do a clip of that? Crazy.
Yeah, folks.
Crazy. It's been 1 year. Wow.
It's been a year for the Real Estate Tailgate.
1 year, 14 episodes? No, more than that, right?
Yeah, 20. This is like episode 25.
Oh yeah, what am I thinking? 20. Yeah, 24.
Episode 26.
Two a month. Yeah.
Yeah, is this 26?
26.
Yeah, this is episode 26.
We got a bonus one in there then.
Yeah, so this isn't our exact anniversary date, but it's our anniversary time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a year. Wow, that year really flew by, as they all do now, especially when you start getting up there in age.
Yeah, we're old.
Mike.
I'm old.
But yeah, for those of you that listen to us regularly or watch us regularly on YouTube and Spotify, we appreciate your support over the past year, and very much. And thanks for sticking with us.
Yes, thank you to all our subscribers.
Yeah, and
wow,
yeah,
a year, we did it.
Yeah, we did it for a year, and here's to the next year. Hey, cheers. Cheers, fellas. Here's to the...
Oh, there we go. Let's get a little liquid death cheers here.
A little liquid death and some iced coffee. And
yeah. Hold that liquid death can up.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Our unofficial sponsor.
Our unofficial sponsor. Liquid Death, sponsor us.
Please. And then also, you guys requested, and you know what? I think it depending on how it's received, we have a third camera in here now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to put
Since this is a special edition,
yeah,
we decided to put the man behind the curtain.
Unveil the curtain. What's
on
up,
camera?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, he's a special man.
Our esteemed producer, Mr. Walter Hooper.
What's up, everyone?
Not to be confused with the Detroit Pistons Hooper.
I know. I told you, can we get Hooper? I wanted Hooper as a special guest.
Yeah, and I said, wait, but I'm already here.
Yeah, that was a good.
That would be great to have Hooper in studio.
It would be.
Yeah, so
look who's here! It's Hooper. That'd be awesome. You guys would fall out of your chairs if you keep walking in. So I did this for I don't know if I've ever told you, when my daughter turned 21, I surprised her and I hired Roary to come to her birthday party.
Really?
Serious?
Yeah, it
I
was
didn't
cool.
know that.
Oh, yeah,
What?
it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah.
I never do that.
Oh yeah, we were at the Foaling warehouse. We were foaling. We had an afternoon of foaling and friends and family and birthday cake, all that. And of course, at night she was going to go out with her friends because she was 21. But some of her friends came to that, and we had party for everyone in the day. And she's like, we're in the middle of the party, and he comes walking down. And she's like, "Did you hire Roary, Dad?" I'm like, "Yep." There he comes walking down.
That is awesome.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty fun.
You gotta have it on tape, right?
Please don't.
I got pictures. I'm sure there's a video somewhere, but I definitely have pictures of it.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. So don't be surprised if I don't get Hooper here one day.
Mitchell making mascot dreams come true.
Hooper meet Hooper.
Right?
Yes, Hooper, the Hooper Show. We're going to change the name.
Hoop squared, H squared.
Hoop, there it is.
Oh my God, that's too funny. That is way too funny.
But yeah, no, seriously, thank you everyone for listening and letting us get this far with our show. And we're going to do a special look back at some highlight episodes, some highlighted clips.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoy that.
So this being our launch episode, Mr. Mitchell, what's on your mind, bro?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking Super Bowl, honestly.
I was about to say. I know you still got
Super
football.
Bowl. I still got
on your
football in
brain.
my brain. Yeah.
Yeah, being
This is the last game Sunday for the last NFL game for 7 months. So I'm going to have some withdrawals coming up. That's good because it's a spring selling season, and that'll keep me busy.
Yeah.
But,
So you're not interested in the new spring league?
No, I've tried watching it. I can't get into it.
Yeah, but aren't they like merging the two
Yeah,
leagues or something like that?
Yeah, two are merging. I heard something about that. That's how far behind I am. I
I'm
really
not-
don't know all the details.
I'm not that much into it either. I was just curious because I know you're a mega Lions fan.
I am. Anyone that truly knows me knows. I think even people that don't know me that well know I'm a mega Lions fan.
Yeah, I know, Mike. You have football running through your veins, but we know that any day at Comerica Park is a great day.
Of course.
Oh yeah, no, I enjoy going to the baseball game. Have a couple beers, a hot dog, watch the Tigers.
Yes,
No, it's a good time. So, and I do love summer. I love summer, so I'm looking forward to some outdoor concerts and cornhole and
You like
festivals and
you
all
like
that.
summer because after summer comes fall.
Actually, if we could have football in the summer, it'd be ideal, right? It'd be the best of both worlds for me.
Yeah, our UFL football team, the Michigan Panthers, are done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They're out?
they lost to Birmingham in the conference.
Okay, I did not know. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, to see if they could go to the championship. Yeah, I know you didn't. I got you covered. But yeah, I caught a part of that game. They had a good season. I think they were 7-3.
Are we going to sign their kicker now?
You know what? They keep talking. The last few weeks, I've heard that there's a lot of NFL scouts that have been checking out Jake. I think that's his name, Jake. The kicker. Yeah, he's awesome, man. I actually saw.
Oh, remember that kicker we were talking about a couple episodes ago about the the YouTube kicker? I finally remember his name. Kickalicious.
There you go. we knew he had some kind of a catchy.
I was driving to an appointment one day and all of a sudden it popped in my head. I was like, Kickalicious. I almost texted you. We've probably been like, what the hell's wrong with him? Why is he randomly texting
Do you know who
me
Kickalicious is?
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, it was some guy that was a YouTube sensation, was kicking all these wild kicks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, we started talking about that because of Jake. I think it was the first or second game, and this is a guy that had.
And I'm not comparing him to Kickalicious because I know Kickalicious was Jake's obviously a pro.
Yeah.
But Kickalicious was a YouTube sensation.
Yeah, but Jake kicked like a 64-yarder.
Yeah.
like his first or second try, and he hadn't kicked in years. We don't have time for the whole story, but he didn't play for a long time, but now he's probably going to be picked up by an NFL team, where they're at least going to give him a tryout, give him some serious consideration. So I'm going to throw a category of people under the bus today, and this is not all of them.
Of course not.
Have you ever heard of a FSBO?
Oh, of course.
FSBO, FSBO, stands for sale by owner. There's a lot of people out there that feel that they can just sell their house on their own, and there are some people that can sell their house on their own.
And some are successful.
And some are successful, and some are successful like they want to be. But the ones I'm throwing under the bus are just the people that don't do the research, don't understand at all, don't ask for help, and just think that because they can throw a for sale sign in the yard and an ad on Zillow or forsalebyowner.com that they're going to be successful. Those folks, I'm throwing you under the bus. What is something that a first-time buyer should really be aware of or should know?
Number one, you have a great real estate agent and a great mortgage. That's half the battle. Because you already know some things going in, and I'm usually that last piece. So now they're just ferociously working on a checklist, trying to get the mortgage clear to close so they can get into that emotional excitement, like their first home. So a lot of people are in a big hurry to be like, my mortgage person needs a deck page. I need a deck page.
Yep.
And you're like, what does this deck page mean? And it's more than a piece of paper to just get you to closing. So it's really important to just take a minute and go, you're buying the biggest asset of your life. You're several $100,000. So let's make sure that in the event something happens, life happens, a storm happens, that we're protecting that asset. And it's not just a piece of paper to get you to the closing table. It's setting up that foundation, really your financial foundation. It's kind of, you know, one of the first things you do as a homeowner, as an adult.
A lot of people, first-time buyers and repeat buyers, are using down payment assistance. We call that DPA in our industry. Down payment assistance to buy a home. There's a number of good programs out there, and it varies from state to state. I believe Michigan has one of the best programs where you can get down payment assistance through an entity, you know, run by the state. But there are other down payment assistance programs out there.
There's
as
some
well.
grants and stuff out there too from Fannie and
Exactly.
Yeah. Even if you're putting down a large amount, I just had a client that was putting down, I believe they put down 10%, and they still got a grant. So it was kind of nice. Small, but I mean, I think it was $2,500, but that helps.
Yep, $1,000 here, $2,500
Yes.
there, whatever, depending on what you qualify for.
And this is a grant. This is not repayable. This was free money.
Yep. And sometimes it's based on.
Of course, you got to qualify for each. You know, there's different criteria, but
Exactly. Either you have to qualify or the property has to qualify.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
What I
But,
mean by that is
it was a
some,
pretty cool deal, though.
Yeah, some are geographical. You know, if you're buying a house in this area, then you may qualify.
But there's a
You meet
lot
the
more than just your average Mishta. There's a lot of opportunities out there to get some assistance.
Yeah, you said Mishta. That's the program through the state. Okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of our standard.
Yeah, and I love Mishta.
Yeah, we do a lot of that. In order for you to use.
I think I told this before. I bought my first house with Mishta through Mishta.
Okay, yeah,
with the
Mishta's
Mishta
been
loan.
around for a long
Yep.
time. It's gone through some changes. It's a great program. You know, obviously you have to meet certain criteria. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there because, you know, buying a home is a lot. And nowadays, if you can get some assistance, the proper assistance for your situation, that can really make a difference on whether or not you're successful in getting a home that you want and that you qualify for. It is, what is today? This week has been crazy already.
Today
it's only
is
Wednesday.
March 19th. Tomorrow's the first day of spring.
Yeah. So you know what that means. Today it's going to be almost 70 degrees. So today's the last day of summer, and tomorrow's the
It's
first
supposed to
day
be
of
cold
spring.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we are in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, today is the last day of March summer.
March Madness starts tomorrow.
Yeah,
Boom,
officially.
boom. Officially.
We just had the
Although
play-in.
when this airs, it'll already be the
Yeah,
round of 64 will already be done. So
yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's an exciting time if you are into college basketball, and I'm not a college basketball geek, but in my opinion, I think I think every year there's always some discrepancy opinions on, you know, some of the seedings and matchups and everything else. But for this year, for some reason, it just seemed like there was quite a few. I mean, even the Michigan teams, which I just want to bring that up. Kudos to the Michigan teams. What I mean by that is, I'm going to say the entire name: University of Michigan Wolverines, their basketball team, which
Go ahead.
which
go
they
ahead.
they jammed. They are they won the Big Ten tournament.
yep.
So kudos to them. So they actually got their automatic bid, but I think they're seated a little low. That's just my opinion. And to Michigan State, Izzo still, I think this is like his 27th.
They're going to go far in this
Consecutive?
tournament. I think that's my
I
prediction.
think so
I
too.
do.
They're a gritty team. You know, I mean, yeah, there's always upsets.
I love the tournament, man. It's so great. I'm not a college basketball geek neither, but I really get into the tournament. That's when I watch it, and especially, I don't know, the last 5-6 years, my friends really got me into it. So I dig watching the underdogs. I always root for the underdogs when they win, whenever there's a Cinderella story, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I try to catch what I can, and it's usually pretty exciting, some of the exciting games. And I just wanted to bring up those Michigan teams, man. They had some great, exciting games here towards the end of the of their seasons. You know, both Michigan and Michigan State battling them, you know, each other and other teams really good close games. And then the way University of Michigan won that Big Ten tournament, wow. I mean, I had the pleasure of watching that. So, yeah, kudos to them. Kudos to Dusty May, the University of Michigan coach. He's doing some magic over there at U of M. So give them some props. For those of you that are familiar with me or the podcast, you know that I'm a Buckeye. Unfortunately, the Buckeyes, when it comes to college basketball this year, we suck. But yeah, I said it, but it's the truth. So
they're not in the tournament.
Yeah, I'll give some props to where they're due. And for a number of years, I always like to see, any of the Michigan teams make it.
Yeah, it was cool last year because Oakland University was.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
Cool. Oakland didn't make it.
And they won a game. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, they didn't make it this year.
Bummer.
But yeah, so looking forward to see how that pans out. I think Mike, we were talking earlier. I think you think State's going to go pretty far.
I do. I think they're going to make a run for it. Yeah.
I think that they will too.
State's good. I think Duke's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Duke. Yeah. They're always up.
Watch out for St. John's.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking.
Yeah, you mentioned that you thought U of M will be knocked out in the first round. I think they'll.
It's just I did it on my bracket. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
You could just blindly pick a bracket. It's about as good as chances as anyone. Because anything can happen.
It's like playing the lottery.
It's totally luck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like playing the lottery. Yeah, I like I said, I've caught some bits and pieces, and gotta give props to the towers, the two towers that University of Michigan has. Those boys can play 2 7-footers. So I think they'll win their first round, even though I think it's not a good matchup for them, in my opinion, just from what I've heard about who they're playing. But I think that they will win that, and then we'll see in the second round. I'm not done with my bracket. I got to finish mine, but I think I have them losing in the second round. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing that. I think the last time we taped, I can't remember if we mentioned the combine, the NFL combine. So that's behind us. Nothing exciting. But since our last taping here recently, we did start the official date of free agency for NFL, right?
Yep.
And, the Lions have...
and I don't have to hear any more Max Crosby or Myles Garrett
talk. You know what?
I'm so glad that they're signed with with their teams, but I just don't want to hear the talk anymore.
It's crazy. Isn't it crazy how that ended up, though?
Yeah.
I mean, what I mean by that is,
both lobbied that they wanted to leave, and
Crosby
both
did
got more money.
Yeah,
he kind of did some.
He did some really under the table stuff, but obviously it worked for both of them because both of them are on some mega contracts, and some of these teams are really, really slopping around some big time money for players. I'm really shocked at what the Bengals are doing, what they've done. I guess I should say. Man, they threw tons of money at their. I
know some people are mad the Lions didn't make no big splash, but you know what? I'm not. You know what? First of all, we got to sign the players we draft. We got to keep them
exactly.
So so they don't go somewhere else, rather than spend millions on another player that's older, and then build it through the draft. Man, that's what you do. And I didn't really think there was anyone that big out there. There wasn't nothing.
Yeah,
it wasn't a great free agency round to me this year. I didn't think there was that as far as who's available.
Yeah, and in my opinion, free agency's not done yet.
No,
and there's still some people out there, some veterans.
Things could still happen.
Yeah, there's still some veterans out there, and sometimes, I'm just saying, sometimes the longer you wait, you might get a little bit better deal. In other words, you won't have to spend as much money to maybe
negotiating.
Yeah. So
I'm negotiating.
Yeah, there's actually some interesting prospect veterans that are on the market right now. We'll see if we end up with any of those or make an attempt if we hear about us making an attempt to get one of them. But yeah, no big splashes or anything like that. And then I believe, as far as the Pistons have been pretty much jamming. They're still jamming. I think we talked about it in the last taping, man. Kudos to the Pistons.
Yeah.
I think they're over 30 wins now.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Pistons in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unless they really do a Red Wing and start to crumble again. We'll talk about that in a second.
Well, they still got a chance. The Red Wings still got a...
Yeah, they still got a chance, but yeah, they're making it difficult for themselves.
We're 2 points away, I believe, right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think we're getting ready to go on the road.
With 15 games left, so, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's possible, but they're just making it difficult every game. They need every point. But yeah, I mean, the Pistons, big kudos to them. They've been jamming. The other night, I forgot who it was that they were playing. Not that great of a team, but I was running some errands. I jumped in the car, and at halftime, they were up by over 30 points.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. I heard that.
Wow.
I
think they ended up winning by 20 something when all said and done, but it was just crazy. That was a crazy game.
Who is this team?
Yeah.
All right.
And then, but yeah, the Red Wings, they're just having a tough time right now. The Red Wings did make a move. I think it was since the last time we taped. We brought back a goalie that we had years ago.
Yeah.
Right, Mrazek.
Yeah.
And Mrazek's been in goal, but unfortunately, I think we've lost all those games but maybe one. I think he's played like 4 in a row or something like that.
He won one the other day.
Today. Yeah, well, I think he got a shutout.
Yeah.
The one that he won, I think, was a shutout.
Correct.
Because I think I was listening to part of that game as well. But, yeah. So, once again, here in the D, in the 313, we just had 313 Day, right?
Yep.
Sure did.
Day before Pi Day. But...
Loved your post about that too, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but the 313 Day here in the motor. What up, Doe? That was something that happens here every year. For those of you that don't know, 313 is like the main area code for Detroit. So a lot of people from Detroit over the years say
we had Detroit 313 Day, we had Pi Day, and St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
Busy week.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Shout out to my daughter. My daughter Kayla. Her birthday is on St. Patty's Day. She just had her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Kayla.
Yep. So just normal stuff going on, normal sports going on. But here in the 313. We got all teams clicking because we also have the Tigers in spring training.
Opening day coming up, April 4th.
Right here.
Yep.
It's a holiday in Detroit.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yep. That'll be the week. Probably the week we probably tape next will be opening day will be on that Friday.
Yep, April 4th.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, and other than that, anything else in sports that you want to just mention?
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
We got it all. You know what? Yeah, I do. I'm going to give a shout out to Tyler Grimsley.
Oh, yeah.
I had the opportunity to go to the MMA cage fight at Motor City Saturday and watch him fight. He's a professional, 10-0 professional. He had a TKO in the second round.
Yeah, I saw the post on that. Yeah, big congrats.
It's pretty good, man. He got
congrats.
Total domination, to be honest with you. So congrats to Tyler.
Congrats, my mans.
Yeah, Tyler, big props to him. Other than that, man, real estate.
I'm busy as heck. How about you, man? It's been crazy. I've had some long days.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I've been on the phone a lot more. I'm starting to get a lot more questions, and I think people are just trying to sort things out. There's a lot going on here. With everything, with the new administration, some changes. some of the government cuts. I've had, questions that I just haven't had in the past. People asking about, because people heard about layoffs with employees at HUD, how that's affecting FHA.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, like I said, there's a lot of news out there and people have questions. There's been talk, for those of you that know me a little bit more and know what I do, I'm a mortgage guy, but one of my specialties is the reverse mortgage product. And, I've had a lot more conversations recently with people just asking questions about, how do you maybe use equity that they have in their homes? And I'm talking about seniors, with some of the potential things that might be happening down the road over the next few years with Social Security and Medicaid, Medicare, everything. You know what I mean? There could be some potential changes. So yeah, I've just been busier on the phone.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm seeing it's crazy out there again. It's just like, it's been here for the last 8 years. It's crazy. I'm seeing multiple offers, homes calling for highest and best after a day or two on the market. Bidding wars. It's the wild, wild west out there to me, man. Did get one home. Actually, got 2 under contract. One with David. David's doing the mortgage on this one.
Yeah.
So we were lucky to get that one done too. So another family. Hopefully, inspection goes good, and we'll have another family in a home. But yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Crazy market. And I'm talking all price ranges. Like I said, from like 120 to 350.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I think the craziness...
Definitely seller's market. Still a seller's market, and I don't think that's changing at all.
Yeah, I think the craziness has gone up a notch, whatever, because we've been fortunate enough to have some good weather here in Michigan. Sometimes when you have that good weather, that's...
It does help. It does.
Yeah, it just helps. You know what I mean? So, no, that's great. And as far as rates, the rates is... that's a whole nother thing. We've been talking about this every episode. We always kind of talk a little bit about interest rates, mortgage interest rates, and we have had a little change recently. I mean, mortgage interest rates have ticked down a tad bit. A lot of that has had to do with things going on with the market. Just to touch on that a little bit, and this is not the only reason why rates have ticked down, but this has been a big reason why. Is if you pay attention to the stock market over the last couple of weeks, the stock market's been taking a hit for the most part. We've had some rough days in the stock market. And so you have the stock market and you have the bond market. To keep things simple, usually the stock market is a little bit riskier. People put their money in stocks because they can make money quicker. That's the easiest way to explain it. Bonds are more of like a long-term investment. So when things get crazy in the stock market, investors will pull their money and put it into bonds. And that makes mortgage interest rates, believe it or not, in a lot of cases, go down a little bit because mortgages are based off of bonds. Mortgage interest rates are based off of the bonds. So that's the easiest way to explain it.
Good info.
Yeah,
good info.
Yeah, I mean, we're still seesawing up and down, but
sure.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone is anticipating for mortgage interest rates to shoot down this year. But who knows? There's other things going on in the world that make it more appealing for mortgage interest rates to go down. Okay, just as an example, war. Whenever there's war. And whenever there's a chance or whenever there is a recession, you might have heard that word thrown around, believe it or not, it does well for mortgage interest rates. So there's a lot of things that are going on. If you ever want more information, you want to have a discussion, more detail, I mean, I don't like to talk all day about interest rates, but if you do want to touch on it more in detail, one-to-one, hey, reach out, give me a call. You can always call or text me, Dave Underwood, at 248-219-3457. And, love to have a talk with you. Or if you're just thinking about buying a home and want some information about getting pre-approved. I happen to know a great realtor that that can help you find a home.
You do?
Yeah. I heard that he knows Roary personally. His name's Mike Mitchell. Yeah.
I did not sell Roary a home, unfortunately. If you're looking to buy a home or sell your home, call or text 586-291-2652 or find me on the web, Mike Mitchell Realtor.
Yeah. And once again, we want to give a big shout out and props to Mr. Walter Hooper, our esteemed producer.
Well, you guys are too kind. You guys are too good to me. I don't deserve you guys.
Hey man, you do a lot of heavy lifting for our show, and we appreciate you so much. Want to give a shout out to The Knot, where we usually tape. We forgot to mention, but we kind of mentioned about this coming year. We're looking forward to some exciting shows this coming year. And soon it's going to be guest time pretty soon. So we're hoping to have a guest here.
Yeah, we're due for a guest. We haven't had a special guest.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Hooper?
But I'm right here.
Hooper!
Yeah, well, I heard you have Roary on speed dial, so if Hooper's not available.
Like I said, Mitchell's making the Mascot dreams come true.
Yeah, man. But, other than that, we appreciate the support. We appreciate you liking and sharing us on YouTube and Spotify. If you enjoy the show, let someone else know so they can check us out. And I guess that's it. Until next time, man.
Until next time, happy anniversary, partner.
Happy anniversary, fellas.
Happy anniversary, y'all.
Everyone have a good week.
Yep.